Welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. It is a beautiful day. Hours ago it was pouring down raining, tornado watches, all that's moved out, and it opened up nothing but blue skies. And man, I feel like cooking something. I feel like barbecuing. What I'm doing today is a request from Ryan Pulliam, one of my subscribers, YouTube subscribers. He requested this some time ago, sent me a message on my Facebook, Smoky Ribs Facebook, and I'm just now getting around to this. Sorry for the long wait, Ryan. Sounds killer. What it is, it's going to be a Bloody Mary pot roast, but with a major twist, it's going to be smoked. So in fact, what we're doing is a smoked Bloody Mary pot roast. Now I Googled this after he sent me his recipe, and all the recipes are very similar except for the addition of smoke. Now let me tell you, that smoke is the one ingredient, the one seasoning as I call it. You treat it like any other seasoning. That's the one thing that will enhance almost any dish. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're firing up the pit barrel cooker today. We're gonna get this thing going, so stay tuned and see how it's done.
If you wanna cook backyard barbecue till you get your feel, you come to the right place. Russ Jones Smoky Ribs. Smoky Ribs. Smoky
I took the fire basket in the bottom of this pit barrel cooker. I removed it, I filled it, leveled it off with charcoal. I then removed around 15 pieces of charcoal and put them in a chimney starter. Right here, we're getting ready to light these up. This is the proper way to light up your pit barrel cooker. All right, I've got a 3-pound chuck roast. When you buy a roast, you know it's not the greatest cut of meat because it is tough, but with this recipe, we're going to be cooking it way down. It's going to be extremely tender, but you still want to look for good marbling, as you see in this one right here. This is the best look one I've seen at the supermarket I went to, but they can even look better than this. Now what I'm going on with is just a steak type rub. You can use any rub of your choice, whatever you like on beef. I'm gonna put a generous amount on this. This is a pretty good size, 3 pounds of beef, so you don't want to skimp on it. The salt is already included in with this rub. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my hook placement on this. This is all the same thickness all the way through, so it really doesn't matter which end. I do notice a run of fat right here, so I want to stay away from that. I want to get more into solid meat, which is going to be about right here. We're just going to push that through. Now we're ready for the pit barrel cooker. Just as soon as our charcoal comes up to temperature, we can dump it in the bottom, add a little pecan smoke. We're gonna be ready to roll. Our charcoal is ready, nice and ashed over, as you can see. We're gonna remove this top grate, and from here, we're going to dump these right on top of the other charcoal briquettes. This is gonna start more of a minion method, where it burns from the top down to the bottom. Now while I got this, actually I'm gonna leave this grate off. We're just gonna move it over here out of the way. And what you wanna add on now is your wood chunks. I'm gonna leave this in here for 1 hour and let it absorb as much smoke as it can for that 1 hour. 1 hour is gonna be plenty. We've got little small pecan chunks. These are really small, but I think this will be enough. We're just gonna place it right here in the middle, let it go ahead and start smoking. At this point, you want to add in your rebar. This is a very important step if you own or get one of these pit barrel cookers. This helps control the ventilation. It's all figured in to the way this thing works. So you got to have your rebar in here, regardless if you're using them or not, and I will be shortly. But for right now, we put our lid on, put a tight seal. We let it hang out for about 20 minutes, let everything get good, caught up, get the wood smoking. We'll be back. All right, it is time to put some meat in. We got a lot of smoke going in there. It's gonna calm down just a little bit here. We're gonna go ahead and take our pot roast and we're just gonna hang this right here. Looks like a good spot to me. All right, we're gonna put our lid on, get a good tight seal. We're gonna let this smoke for a minimum of an hour. I'm gonna look at it at the end of an hour and make sure that it's the color that I'm looking for. I want some color on this as well. Now the thing about the pit barrel cooker is it cooks similar to a convection oven. You got this swirling heat coming up and it's going to get all sides of this meat by it hanging like this. That's the cool thing about it. You're going to get both sides, your ends, everything completely the same color at the exact same time. That's one of the beauties of hanging meat versus laying it on a flat grill, then having to come back and flip it later to get that desired color. We've been going about an hour and 10 minutes. Let's take a look, see what we got. Oh yeah, we got some good color on that. Just what I'm wanting. And I don't know if you can see just how efficient this is, but this pecan wood down here in the bottom, I still have the two bigger chunks, the majority of it left. Hadn't even really got into that part yet. So we've been applying some good smoke to it. We're going to take this, transfer it. The wind's blowing, so I had to put a weight in there. We're going to transfer this to a pan. Put our lid back on to maintain our temps. All right, let's put this pot roast together. All right, I'm going to layer potatoes and some celery to begin with around this pan. Now the recipe that Ryan gave me, it didn't really call for potatoes, but I love potatoes in a pot roast. It just really sucks up all that good flavor from the broth and all. And being a Bloody Mary type pot roast, oh man, yeah. All right, you got to season your vegetables. We're going in with some cracked sea salt, cracked black pepper. The wind is trying to blow all my seasonings away. Now you want to add in some onions. It's going to add a great flavor to this. You want to put in garlic. I took 6 cloves of garlic and just shaved these into thin slices. At this point, you just want to add in your favorite Bloody Mary mix, and mine just happens to be the Zing Zang. And no, this is not a promotion for Zing Zang. I just like stuff. That's what I make my Bloody Marys with. I used to make them homemade, but I tell you what, you can't hardly mess with success. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I went with the large bottle because I want to make sure I bring this up at least halfway up. And a little deeper wouldn't hurt anything. If you bring it all the way to the top of your meat, that'll be just fine. Oh yeah, there we go. We're right there. Didn't take quite all this bottle, but it took almost all of it. Now onto this, just like a Bloody Mary, we're going to sprinkle a little celery salt, just for a little added flavor. A little Worcestershire sauce. Now, I don't know about you, but when I drink a Bloody Mary, I always like a little hot sauce. Now this is the Frog Bone Cajun pepper sauce. It's not hot, it is mild, but man, does it have a great flavor, and it complements Bloody Marys excellent. I'd say probably 2 teaspoons of that. All right, we're going to take some aluminum foil, and we're going to give a good cover on this, a good tight seal. All right, we're going to remove our lid. Go ahead and remove our rebar. Place on the grate that comes with the pit barrel cooker. By the way, this grate has a hinged end. That way you can actually cook on the grate while you're dropping ribs or whatever down through this hole here. We won't be using that function today. We're just simply going to lay this right here. Now this pan's a little big, so I hope it ain't too big. Wow, that was a really tight fit. I had to bend the corners up on this aluminum pan to get this down in here, but we're going to be fine. Biggest thing is just make sure your aluminum is sealed good and tight on this. All right, from here, we need to put the rebar back into its slots. once again, that is strictly to keep the ventilation as it was designed. It was designed to do this. So, put our lid on. We're going to go 3 hours. We'll check it at that point. We should be looking pretty good at that point. All right. We have been going 3 hours exactly. We're going to take a look in here and see what we got. Let's remove the rebar out of our way. Set these to the side. Now carefully, we're going to lift this aluminum pan up. And I do mean carefully. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got inside. That's what. Let's see. We'll unwrap our foil. Be careful. The steam is extremely hot. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? All we really got to do is just check our meat for tenderness. But you tell me, does that look tender to you? Man, yeah. Oh man, this is just like falling apart tender. All right, I'm gonna do a taste test right now because I've got to bring this inside. Everybody's gonna plate up from here, but I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on it. So here we go. I know it's gonna be hot. Oh my goodness. That is delicious. Man, where's this been all my life is what I want to know. That has got extreme flavor. Fantastic. Let me try one of these potatoes right here. Potatoes and carrots in a pot roast is like my favorite. Put some of this juice on there, some of that Bloody Mary juice. Oh man. Tell you what, we're all going to be in heaven here tonight. There ain't no doubt about it. Hope you give this a try. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, smoke your ribs.